Okay, let's make the island. It's pretty simple. Okay, a large chopping block, some doors, some drawers, and some wine racks on the other side. Let's start with these side elements. I'm going to start by creating a rectangle. Right. Let's give it a profile. Like this maybe. Just chamfer these vertices. Let's use the bevel profile modifier. Okay, rotate 180 degrees. Looks good. I'm gonna copy an instance over here. Rotate it in the correct position. And add an edit poly modifier. Okay, now I'm gonna adjust the size to fit my original drawings. Something like this. Right. Let's assign the material and fix the mapping. Just a simple vertical box map will do fine. Right. Make a copy to the other side. Actually, let's make an instance for now. And let's copy over the bracket. Okay, make a copy. Scale it back a bit. And fix the size. Actually, I should have just kept the original earlier instead of modifying it to fit. Right, looks fine. And copy over here as well. Okay. I'm going to select one of these doors over here and copy it here in the middle. Okay, adjust the size to fit the drawings. like this. Let's move slightly deeper. Instead of the side. Looks good. Can delete this one. Move this profile to the profiles. Now let's position the sides in the correct place. So one on the left. And a copy on the right. Okay, that's good. Let's copy this panel to the front now. And adjust the size to fit the drawing. Okay, now from the top view, I'm gonna move it down over here. And now we need to create the drawers. Again, I'm gonna copy a drawer from here. And change the size like this. And copy down. And from the top view, align with the doors, like this. Again, we want to change the UV mapping slightly, so all the panels don't look the same. Okay, good. Let's make the block. Simple box for now. Okay. Let's look at the other side. Let's copy one of the doors. And let's position everything we have created so far in the correct position over here. Right, like this. And for the other side, increase the size of the panel. Now let's make these wine racks. Okay, this time I'm gonna use a box. Collapsed editable poly, insert these central polygons. And bridge them together. All right. And now we need to create this these shells. Okay, let's create a plane. Make sure it's square. Rotate it 45 degrees. And position like this. Okay, let's increase the segment slightly. Okay, and let's scale it. Okay. Looks good. Collapsed editable poly. I'm going to select these edges and create shapes from them. Okay, so create shape, linear, and delete the plane. Okay, now enable the shape in render and viewport. Give it a rectangular profile. Just making sure these parts and inside the frame like this. Right. Let's collapse it to editable poly and move inwards. Right, let's assign the material. Select all the edges and chamfer them. Let's fix the mapping. Okay, looks good. Unhide all, and let's mirror them on the x-axis. Mirror and move them slightly inwards. Just so they don't end up on the same plane. Like this. Perfect. And for this piece, I'm going to create a UV map. Actually, it looks like we need two maps. One for the horizontal parts and one for the vertical. Right, and let's add edit poly and chamfer all the vertices, I mean the edges. Okay, looks good. Let's freeze the plans layer. And move these over here and rotate like this. Okay, so this large panel goes over here on the inside, and this wine rack goes over here. And let's extend it inwards until it reaches the panel. Right, check from the side. Actually, let's isolate the whole thing so you can see what's going on. And move to correct position. Okay. Copy over here. And move the panel as well, to make sure there are no gaps. Right, this looks good. Let's make some backs for the wine racks. And assign the wooden material. Good. So now the basic structure of this island is ready. We just need to create the top and the bottom part. Okay, so the top is simple. Let's unhide all. Let's make a rectangle like this. Get rid of the profile. Let's create a new one. So I've drawn a simple rectangular one here, but I'm going to make it a bit more interesting. By drawing a profile like this. And let's round this part. Okay, good. Looks nice. I'll just move it. Okay, and we need to cut out this part where the chopping block is. I'm gonna make the block bigger. Right, like this. And create a box roughly the same dimensions as the chopping block. Okay, move it upwards. And we're going to use the booleans. Okay, go to compound object, pro boolean. Click start picking, and we're going to use this box to cut it out like this. Looks nice. And let's move the block out a bit so there are no sharp corners. Good. So that's the chopping block. Now let's make the skirting board around the bottom part. Okay, let's hide the top for now. Let's hide the corbels. And now let's use the line tool to trace the outline like this. Okay, that's enough. Let's add one more vertex here and move it over here. Perfect. Now let's look at the profile. Pretty simple. Let's trace it. Okay, it doesn't need to be perfect. And check for these sharp corners. Right. I'm going to select the line I can just created and use bevel profile on it. Okay. So this looks good. And now we can throw on some symmetry modifiers to create the rest. Right, let's unhide all and isolate the selection. Okay, and let's move this board up here. So that's the island. Just a little mistake with my profile line. Okay, let's fix that quickly. It's like I'm gonna need to trace a bit more. Like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this original profile, go down to the line, and attach this second part I just created. I'm going to make sure they are on the same level from all sides. And let's weld these two vertices together. Okay. And I think this looks good. Just want to move these wine racks inwards a bit. Like this. Okay, perfect. Let's cap the holes. Sand the wooden material and fix the mapping. Looks good. All right. And so that's the basic island. Let's group it together. Right, so that's where it's gonna be. And let's create a couple of more placeholder materials. So it's going to be a chopping block. And another, let's name it marble, granite. And these are going to be our work surfaces, tabletops, like this. Right, and that's the island.